G'day Trader, Sam here. Looking at Bitcoin and giving my latest perspective based on recent price action. We have two charts that we'll be looking at. One is, I suppose, high level, like this. And the other one is in detail with very specific levels. And these levels come from ExoChart. Let's look at Bitcoin and why we took the long. So yes, we entered a long roughly around there, and I did call it out within our group. And I don't know if I mentioned it a few times before in the past, but this black moving average, which is the 200 EMA on the 4 hour, I really like that. And why do I like that? I talked about the fractal in the past, and I'll just give you a quick glimpse at it. If we look at it in the past, so we have these 21 moving averages, EMA and SMA. So these two, pink and purple. So they're pretty much a common moving average. But the 4 hour I use often, and at times I've noticed that the 4 hour comes into play in many charts. Here we noticed in the fractal, price came down. I looked at the current price action as this, similar to this fractal, where we pulled back, found the level of support, made a higher high, and took out liquidity and then came back down. And then when we pushed down this EMA on the 4 hour 200 moving average, we had a double bottom and then up again. So I was looking at that and we called it out in those lines. You can see at times it takes place, the 200 moving average on the 4 hour and also the 50. So what we took that chance, not based on the EMA, because that would be stupid. We also looked at the candlesticks and open orders. So what we did, we looked at this move here. So we saw this come down. I'll call the group. That's on the 1 hour. It's actually a better chart. Let's look at that. There we go. Swing failure pattern on this moving average, and with our stop losses underneath. So we entered that. We also entered it with margin, and once I start to see that this level break, I start to be confident and entered more in there. And as you can see, it worked fine. That we had the double bottom, as you can see, or the W drive. Yep. And you have this. If you want to, you can also use a trend line, something like that. Yep, you can ignore that, and that was sufficient. Here I wasn't so sure, comfortable, because we have the 21 moving averages acting as a resistance, and the other one as well. And so if this came down again, I would have been a bit worried, but it didn't do that. So it was a good move. A bit of a build up under resistance, and then that's why we had that spring compression breakout. Not bad. Now, what are we looking for? Any shorts? No. I was looking to do a short here. I did take a small short, and I just cancelled it. I wasn't comfortable with the moves. I am looking for more highs. And to demonstrate those more highs, let's have a look at the daily. If you look at across right now, price is pretty much where this is right there. We had resistance. That's where price is currently now. So you can expect resistance. There was support there. So that's a level, and that was a neckline there. So, but we are expecting highs. This is going to be a strong resistance level, and that's about 48.20. I'm going to look at it in a different way, and I'll show you why. We've marked that liquidity level. That is all the liquidity there. So if you go across, that's liquidity. And actually a bit further down, and that's it. Now that equates to a 618 level. So if you look from the bottom up, our zero's there, our one's there, we've got the 618 there. Now if we do it if we did it in a different way, we felt with the log, 618 is further down. So I do see this 618 level as a major resistance. However, that is at 48. I'm thinking we're gonna not probably hit it still, but it's gonna be problematic. And let's have a look at another chart to explain more. Here we have these levels, and I really don't want to go into explaining all this, but there are point of control. Naked point of control, if you don't know what that is, I suggest you look it up. I am doing a video for my website to explain all this. Here is the XO chart. I'll bring it across just so you guys can understand. It does it for us automatically. It does all these levels automatically. And where is it? Here we go. We have a number of setups, and they give us all the metrics that we want, all the key levels. So it's done automatically, and I obviously manually copy across to TradingView. So if you notice, very similarly, I got my moving averages, and now if you look at the point of control, you can see if I go on the smaller time frame, how price behaves around them. You can see that's the monthly level, hits it, pulls back. So the monthly level was a bit of resistance, pulled back. I did take a short, then I canceled it, like I said, because I didn't see any bearishness there. And so I did take a long, just a little long there, and then I closed it. Now we are the naked point of control there, and we've got a failed auction type of setup. So I dare say that once this neckline is dropped, we will head for this level and then potentially back up again. So there's no point of trading at this point. However, this could be a further down from there. So if we sweep these lows, because that was a point of demand, and it's our opening session for area levels, value levels, we can see that, and we can still probably do that. Now we might get some sort of bullish pattern and then back up. Otherwise, we can also come back down. This is the level I would like to see to go long. We have our point of control as well. And so if it comes there and we regain that level, then we go for another long and then further up. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. So I see a bullish pattern of some sort. That range, we don't know what it's going to take, but it's a reaccumulation structure of some sort. Could be a wedge, could be inverted head and shoulders, and then up. This is the level I'm looking at to take profit. We have our weekly control, we have our monthly naked point of control, and our weekly as well. So that area, if we regain it and lose it, I expect to come down a lot. And that is a key level if you look across. So let's just put that in there. It's not our 618 level. But it's an important level. So here we are. We might not take that 618 fib level here, as I pointed out. That is the level, 618. If we break straight through it, that will be the entry to short. We might take slightly above. So there's our liquidity. Let's just put that in there. That's going to be our liquidity space. We want to see it. I have my methods. This is a chart that's always active. And so we're looking for more highs. And we expect price to do something there. Like I said, a bullish pennant of some sort. This is a symmetrical triangle. So if we look at this range, that's our height. Let's just do that. You can say that is a pennant of some sort. Our maximum target is a 618, perfectly on it, as you can see. Our minimum is this part here, and that's hitting our 47k range. So you can see we have a target of a range between the golden ratio and the key levels. So I will be taking, like I said, I'll be taking profits there for another 1,000. Really don't care about that. Now, that's going to be a dangerous level. I would suggest that there will be a bit of a sell-off because of the golden ratio. That will be a sell-off, probably come down, do another double, it could be a double top, and then further down. And then we'll look for these levels potentially. The CME gap could be one. And we'll have a correction wave, guys. That's what I'm thinking. A corrective wave. That will be our wave 5. And if we go back to the other chart, not the best looking wave 5. We had wave 5, we had our ABC. The bigger one, this will probably be our wave 3 to wave 4. And you can see my ABC. Don't know what it's going to be. But if we look at the trend, the supporting trend line, we might just come down, something like that, hit this macro trend line, and then go back up. That is a continue on. But I do see a corrective wave because this is a strong move as well. And we should see exhaustion there. Let's look on the weekly. Let's see what we're looking at. So we have that. We'll probably find some weakness and drop. And the MACD is there, but you can see this is about to cross over. This is already crossed over, so it might just continue to come down, and there'll be a corrective wave, ABC of some sort. These are my thoughts at this point. Let's clean that chart up. If we enable a wave count, see what it gives us. Ah, there you go. It's agreed. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 1, 2, then the 3, 4 should be, the macro one should be 3, 4 up there. But you can see my channel. This is why we became bullish. This channel, the bar, reversal, beautiful, and up. So yeah, I do feel this is going to be a strong resistance. Golden ratio, previous high, perfect to short, and might pull 20% back is my thoughts, and then continue on to the upside. So that 3-4 wave will take a while to complete, and that will be a reaccumulation structure and then back up again. And I suppose the halving kicks in and the ETFs as well. There is that possibility that we break straight through it, and then we looked at to continue on like that. Then we'll look at other values in Fibonacci. Those are my thoughts, guys. There's no trade in at this point. No point of talking about any trades. It's too risky on those. I would say that optimism is looking good. I entered the GMX today with the group. Where are we, GMX? Ethereum's not doing the best. Thought it would do better. That sucks. I got a fair bit of Ethereum. Ethereum, Bitcoin pairing is not the best. Sui is doing really great. GLM. So not all the Mac alts are doing well. I'm expecting a few coins doing well. Arbitrum I can't find it here. Injective. I actually thought this would, Cosmos will do well as well, break through it, but didn't quite do it. Still waiting for that. It's consolidating under resistance, so Cosmos, when it breaks, it's going to be a strong move. So I would take that trade. Hedra is also, oh, it's breaking up. I missed that. There we go. So we bought Hedra, H-bar. So this is going to be a good move. There was a possibility that you could come down here, but I looked at the golden ratio and that's where it is. So Hedra is also just almost there. We've got that resistance level. It's wicked back in. So we might just see a bit of consolidation and then the big move. So alt season's very close to coming. Not all the alts. FTM's not doing the best. That moving average is breaking. Arbitrum, that's the one I was looking at. Arbitrum, I still expect more. It's broken the previous high, and you can see what happens. SFP pulls it back down.
There you have it. Please give Sam a like, share, and subscribe to his channel to support him for doing more of these posts.